This is part 2 of the presentation on Wesak 2008 and full moon meditation. Now, there are powerful cosmic times for initiatic meditation. In Vedic tradition, the most powerful time to meditate each day is based on the sun cycle. That's the Brahma Muhurta, which is 1.5 hours before sunrise, and that's when yogis do their most profound meditation. But in all other traditions and in Vedic tradition, the most powerful time for meditation and initiation of the month is at Purnima, the full moon Tithi. See, each day of the lunar cycle has specific energies. Krishna did the initiatic circle dances with the gopis by the light of the full moon. Disciples make special homage and communion with Veda Vyasa and their lineage gurus on the full moon in Sagittarius in July. The Janai full moon is when young Brahmins are initiated and given the sacred thread. In Christian, Jewish, Islamic, and Sufi traditions, mystic full moon ecstatic dancing, circle dancing, is done for the purpose of achieving divine communion and ecstasy. In the early churches, Christians were baptized only on the Easter Passover full moon. According to the 2nd century Acts of John, the Master Yeshua led his disciples in a circle dance before ascending to Gethsemane Garden on Passover Eve. This is called the hymn or psalm of Jesus. But Buddhists and Theosophists worldwide celebrate the Wesak full moon, which usually occurs in May. It's called the Taurus moon, meaning the full moon that occurs when the sun is in Taurus. It's the legendary birth and death day of Buddha. 2,000 years ago, it was the same cosmic event as the Easter Passover full moon, the sun in Taurus, the moon in Scorpio. But due to precession of the equinoxes and the fact that Jews and Christians use the spring equinox to determine their dates while Buddhists use sidereal astronomy, in modern times they're usually celebrated 1 month apart. In this year, in 2008, the Roman Protestant Easter occurs in March, the Jewish Passover and Orthodox Easter and Theosophical Wesak in April, and the true sidereal or cosmic clock Buddhist Wesak in May. Now, in Buddhism, there is the legend of Shambhala that tells of the king of Shambhala, whose kingdom is hidden like Shangri-La in the Himalayas. And he will come in about 400 years with all the forces of all the masters to completely destroy the forces of darkness on the earth and initiate a golden age. The story of the ascended masters in Theosophy develops from the Shambhala stories and tells us that at the time of Wesak, the ascended masters all gather at Shambhala, and they then receive their inspirations and their guidance from their higher guides, and we can do the same thing by connecting with them. Now, the most powerful meditation full moon is the Wesak moon. In terms of the cosmic clock, the full moon is conjunct with that special organ in the great body of cosmos represented by the constellation of Scorpio. And that's why Wesak has to be understood as a sidereal event based on true astronomical positions, not on Western tropical astrology. And the sun is in Taurus, in the constellation of Taurus. So what's special about Wesak in May of 2008? This is a rare and powerful Wesak. The sun and moon are not only in Scorpio and Taurus, but on a special axis between the galactic center and the Pleiades. This is exactly the same configuration that existed at the time of the crucifixion of Yeshua. You can click on this link to see how that date was determined in AD 31. Now, the moon in 2008 will be conjunct the galactic center. In the Mayan calendar in AD 2012, the galactic ecliptic will pass over the galactic center, and that will be the initiation of a new world and the destruction of the old world. But that galactic center is conjunct with the moon during this Wesak. Not only that, the galactic center is the place of the giant black hole that literally forms galaxies. It's the center of the galaxy. It is that which holds the entire galaxy together and is the thing that forms galaxies. And it's a very powerful physical force that represents a very, very powerful spiritual force. And the sun will be conjunct the Pleiades. Now, the closest planet-forming star is connected with the Pleiades, and we have this. If we ever travel to another star that actually has planets, this will probably be the one that we go to. There are many legends about the Pleiades being the sources of life that inspires or guides or helped inhabit the Earth. So how do we do this? We have 2 Wesak moons in the year 2008. They're both good, the Theosophical Jewish and Orthodox moon and the Buddhist Wesak moon. And that is the one where we have that very special alignment. I would say it's the most powerful Wesak moon we've had in a long, long time. What do? Well, 3 days before we begin purification practices, we fast from meat and from sex, and we keep ourselves in meditation and prayer. We begin meditation at least 20 minutes before the exact time of the full moon on Wesak, and we continue until about 20 minutes afterwards. Your guides and their higher guides will be in perfect alignment at this time. And at this time, you will receive from the highest sources your marching orders for the spiritual year. You will receive the vision and the inspiration that will guide you for the next and coming year. But you won't feel it. You won't be aware of it on the first day or when it comes. But it'll come. But it'll filter down from such high and deep places that the very first day it'll have to be sort of digested. And the second day go through a process of assimilation until finally on the third day you will start to become consciously aware of some of these inspirations for the coming spiritual year. So they will begin to reveal themselves to you in dreams and inspirations. And that's the method for Wesak and other full moon meditations. I hope that you will visit some of my websites. The Home Temple site is for ordination training in apostolic tradition, and the Wisdom Seminar site offers many online multimedia seminars in the Western mystery tradition and many other esoteric topics. Thank you.